Vertical 90-degree cliff bridge. How do these cars manage to drive up there? The mountain road is only about 10 to 13 feet wide. Will the cars really not fall into the deep abyss? It's a road where drivers must floor the accelerator, racing against death the entire way. Would you like to experience it for yourself? Hello everyone, this is Guidepedia. Today, we'll be exploring some of the most thrilling and dangerous roads that will make your adrenaline surge. Click subscribe, fasten your seatbelts, and let's begin our adventure. Zojila Pass Road in India. Similarly situated on the edge of a cliff, the Zojila Pass Road in India has terrified countless experienced drivers. This deadly road stretches over 6 miles at an elevation of 11,575 feet. Unlike the Guiyang Tunnel Road, which was carefully planned and excavated, Zojila Pass was built rather haphazardly. Not only does it lack guardrails along the cliff edges, but at its narrowest point, it's less than 10 feet wide. Most frightening of all, Zojila Pass features an unbelievable section with a vertical descent of several hundred feet. Even drivers with decades of experience must navigate with extreme caution, focusing intently on steering to make it through. One small mistake could send you plummeting into a valley over 9,800 feet deep. What makes it even more challenging is that local Indian residents often let their livestock roam freely in this area. Drivers must not only be wary of the cliff edge, but also compete for road space with cows and sheep. If you don't have strong nerves, you might be too scared to even press the accelerator. Furthermore, due to its mountainous location, Zojila Pass is barely passable even in clear weather. During the summer rainy season, landslides and falling rocks are common. Vehicles frequently get stuck in the mud, causing traffic jams lasting 1 to 2 days. In winter, heavy snow accumulation forces the road to close for up to 2 months. Traversing this road truly presents numerous difficulties. Of course, adventure seekers can still try the experience if they dare. I recommend bringing a spare tire, as the Zojila Pass Road seems to have a particular fondness for causing flat tires. The Passage du Gois, France. This might be the world's most insane road, where even the government doesn't dare impose speed limits. Only by racing at full speed do you have a chance to survive. This is the Passage du Gois in France. From a distance, you can see water on both sides, and the road appears quite flat. It seems perfect for a leisurely drive along this watertop highway while enjoying the vast ocean views. However, this is merely the calm before the storm. The Passage du Gois is naturally formed by tidal changes in the sea. For most of the day, the road lies 13 feet below the waves. Only during a brief period of low tide does the road's surface emerge. Since people cannot precisely predict the exact moment of tidal change, anyone wanting to cross must floor the accelerator, essentially racing against death the entire way. If you hesitate even slightly, your vehicle will be submerged by seawater, trapping you inside, an extremely dangerous situation. So when traveling this road, you must worry not only about traffic jams, but also about encountering the rising tide. To ensure safety, locals have installed emergency refuge platforms on both sides of the Passage du Gois. In case of unexpected situations, drivers and passengers can climb up these safety towers to await rescue or wait for the tide to recede. As for your beloved car, it cannot be saved. Consequently, the Passage du Gois donates thousands of vehicles to the sea each year. So, friends watching this, are you tempted to experience this real-life, fast and furious adventure? Hashtag the Stelvio Pass. Italy. On the bare mountainside, a road stretches for miles, appearing from a distance like a giant python coiled around the Alps. This is the Stelvio Pass, a road designed specifically for the passion of racing drivers. Located in Italy, this Devil's Passage begins at an elevation of 3,117 feet and extends up to an impressive height of 9,045 feet before plunging into a breathtaking descent. What makes drivers tremble with fear are its extraordinary 82 hairpin turns, with a 48 on the northern side being the most treacherous. These turns wind through steep cliffs with no guardrails for protection. In the 1990s, former Formula One driver Sterling Moss crashed off the road during a race, adding to the Stelvio Pass's notorious reputation. The British show Top Gear rated this road as both the world's best driving road and the heart of darkness. The famous TV program also ranked it as the most challenging road in the world. Although the entire route has at least 60 dizzying sharp turns, more extreme than the downhill sections of Mount Akina, countless cyclists and rally drivers have come to test their skills since its construction. For them, this is an incomparable stage to demonstrate their abilities. However, the Alps become frozen in winter, so extreme racing enthusiasts can only visit this paradise during non-winter seasons to enjoy the thrill of dancing with death. While challengers face numerous dangers here, ordinary drivers wishing to tackle the Stelvio Pass need not only a strong heart, but must also meet local requirements. On one hand, drivers must have previous experience on the Stelvio Pass and be very familiar with alpine mountain roads. On the other hand, large motorhomes are prohibited to prevent the risk of falling off cliffs due to their width. When you've survived all 82 deadly turns and are fortunate enough to reach the summit, you'll be rewarded with a panoramic view of Italy's largest national park, Stelvio National Park. The dreamlike scenery is heaven's greatest gift to these brave warriors. The Kolyma Highway, Siberia. In the cold and desolate eastern Siberia, there exists only one main road, the Kolyma Highway. It's known as the world's coldest road, as Kolyma is the coldest inhabited region on Earth, where temperatures can plummet to minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit. This highway also bears a chilling nickname, the Road of Bones. According to historical accounts, from the 1930s to the 1950s, political prisoners were exiled here to construct this 1,262-mile-long highway. The extreme cold caused numerous deaths, and thousands of prisoners were executed by gunfire for not working hard enough. Consequently, many bodies were buried directly beneath the road's foundation. This painful history, along with the deteriorating condition of the highway, was gradually buried under heavy snow. It wasn't until 2004 when actor Ewan McGregor and TV host Charlie Borman came here for a motorcycle adventure to film their TV series Long Way Round that the veil over the Kolyma Highway was lifted again. After the Kolyma Highway was designated as a federal road in 2008, countless thrill seekers ventured there for the challenge. Nevertheless, this area remains one of the most desolate regions, and this world's most frozen road is still rarely known to travelers. So, after hearing this story, would you like to experience it for yourself? The Rohtang Pass, India. When thinking about roads in India, people might envision congested traffic and maze-like streets that leave you disoriented. In reality, India does have a road that's rarely congested, yet few people dare to travel on it, because sometimes you simply can't find where the road is. India's Rohtang Pass, nicknamed Pile of Corpses, is notorious because deadly mudslides in the eastern Himalayas frequently bury stretches of road up to 5 miles long. Crossing through here is like stepping over the line between life and death. Moreover, the weather in this region is highly unpredictable, with sudden snowstorms and avalanches occurring without warning. Once, an engineer from Washington, D.C. nearly drove to heaven while attempting to cross the Rohtang Pass on his motorcycle. According to his recollection, every season, road construction crews must use GPS to locate this road and dig it out again. Yet, at any moment, heavy snowfall can seal the road once more. In 2010, about 300 travelers became stranded here. To provide a safer passage, authorities began constructing a 5-mile-long tunnel below the pass. Nevertheless, the Rohtang Pass, with its rugged mountains, sprawling valleys, and occasional mountain goats darting across the path, continues to attract countless adventurers seeking thrills. China's Guoyang Tunnel Road. When discussing deadly roads, the Guoyang Tunnel Road in China's Taiyang Mountains of Hunan Province certainly deserves mention. This mountain road, stretching over 4,100 feet, winds along cliff faces at an elevation of 5,577 feet. With a height of just 14.8 feet, a maximum width of 19 feet, and narrowing to only 11.8 feet at its tightest points, one wrong move while driving could send you plummeting down a sheer cliff. What's even more astonishing is that this tunnel wasn't carved by machinery. It was entirely excavated by hand, bit by bit. According to local accounts, there's a village called Guoyang perched atop these towering cliffs. In the past, villagers had to climb up and down using a precarious path barely wide enough for one person, known as the sky ladder. The path was so steep and narrow that people could easily trip and fall into the abyss below. To develop the village and make travel easier for future generations, in the 1970s, 13 local villagers spent 5 years manually constructing this tunnel, truly a modern version of the ancient Chinese fable, The Foolish Old Man Who Removed the Mountains. This hand-carved cliff road is not only narrow but also in poor condition. Vehicles must proceed slowly and cautiously. Additionally, the tunnel section features more than 30 windows that were originally created to dispose of stone debris. These have now become signature viewing windows of the Guoyang Tunnel Road. Looking down from these windows into the deep chasm below is enough to make one's legs tremble. Despite being ranked as one of the world's 10 most dangerous roads, the Guoyang Tunnel Road, surrounded by mountains on 3 sides with a cliff on the 4th, continues to attract numerous tourists seeking an escape to this hidden paradise. Japan's Eshima Ohashi Bridge. Perhaps the most visually striking of all is Japan's Eshima Ohashi Bridge. Viewed from the front, the entire bridge appears to rise continuously higher and higher, as if descending vertically from the sky. How do vehicles manage to drive up this nearly 90-degree road? Is there some kind of magic at work? This incredibly thrilling sight has made the Eshima Ohashi Bridge famous online, earning it titles like the world's craziest or most terrifying bridge. It has attracted countless tourists and raised safety concerns among many internet users who worry that the steep slope makes driving dangerous and could easily cause accidents when going up or down. However, as more curious visitors explored the bridge in person, they discovered that the real Eshima Ohashi Bridge isn't nearly as extreme as online images suggest. In fact, its slope is quite gentle. Some might think the images are fake, but they're not. It's actually a visual illusion. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge spans 1 mile across Lake Nakami, connecting Matsue and Sakeminato. The slope on the Sakeminato side is 1%, while Matsue's side has a 1% grade, both well within the climbing capability of ordinary vehicles. When viewed from the side, you'll notice the slope is actually quite gradual and nowhere near as thrilling as it appears from the front. The bridge reaches a maximum height of 146.7 feet, far lower than the world's tallest bridge at 1,854 feet. This design allows large ships to pass underneath easily. The cliff bridge, images widely circulated online, originated from a promotional video for the Japanese car brand Tonto. To emphasize the car's powerful engine, the marketers photographed the Eshima Ohashi Bridge using visual distortion and post-production techniques to make it appear super steep, reinforcing the public's misconception of it as a vertical cliff bridge. Today, this bridge has become a highly popular tourist attraction in Japan. Visitors can enjoy beautiful views of Lake Nakami from the elevated bridge, with the sunset view being particularly spectacular. Of course, due to its slope, many drivers unconsciously press the accelerator harder and end up with speeding tickets. That concludes our video for today. Friends watching this, which of these roads would you like to conquer? What other dangerous and thrilling roads do you know about? Feel free to share and discuss in the comment section. Today's Guidepedia sharing ends here. Click subscribe for more exciting content next time.